Hey everyone, this is Greg from GDC Watches, and today I'm going to be doing a full in-depth tutorial on the Casio AE1200, better known as the Casio Royale. Listed below in the description I have time codes outlining the different parts of this video for those of you that are just trying to get quick information on one or two of the functions. If this is your first time handling this watch, I do suggest you watch the entirety of this video to familiarize yourself with all the functions that this watch does have to offer. I would say that this is one of my favorite models due to its size. I have a 7-inch wrist and this is a 42mm watch, and I also like the world time display as well as the easy functionality of this piece. Now I'm just going to show you how to cycle through the different modes of this watch. You're going to want to hit this bottom left button labeled mode. World time will be your first mode. Second will be your alarm. There's 5 different alarms you can use. Third will be your countdown timer. And fourth will be your stopwatch. When you hit it again, it will bring you back to the main time. If you want to actually get rid of those beep noises, you could just hold this down for 3 seconds. Which will bring that mute up in the top right corner, and you could cycle through here and you could see that there is no beeping noise. And to bring that back, you could just hold this down for 3 seconds again. And then you should have your beep back. Top right here is the light function. Right now I have it set to 3 seconds, but there also is a 1.5 seconds. If you would like to, conserve battery, I'll show you how to do that a little bit later in the video. And then lastly is this bottom right button labeled search. This is how you cycle through your different 4 preset world times. Right now I have it set for Chicago for number 1. Number 2 is New York. Number 3 is London. And number 4 is Paris. You could obviously adjust any of those to any time zone you'd like. And the cool thing about this analog clock up here is this will always stay to your home time. No matter what time zone you're in here, this will always be your home time for reference, which is a really nice feature. And then to get back, you're just going to want to hit this. Now you're back in your main home time. Now let's say you'd like to switch any of the preset time zones. You're just going to go ahead and hit this bottom right button to get to T2. From there, you're going to want to hold down this top left button. From there, now you could switch through any time zone you like, going east and west. Let's just say you want to switch to Mexico. This bottom left button will give you the daylight savings option for summer and winter. This bottom right, you could turn it on or off. And once you're happy with that setting, hit the top left. Then you could do this for the other two as well. Bottom right to get to London. Hold down this top left. And now you could go back and forth with this as well. And then again with the daylight savings, bottom left, you could turn it on or off, which changes the time. Then you can hit this top left button again, and so on and so forth for the last one. Back and forth for east and west. Daylight savings, on or off. Go ahead and hit that top left, and then you can go ahead and just scroll back through here to get back to your main screen. Now let's just say that you traveled to New York and you'd like New York to be your main time. You could just switch over to T2. Hold this top left button and then tap the top right. Now you can see that New York is now T1. If you go back to this main screen here, you will see that now you're in New York time. And if you'd like to go to set that back once you get home, you go to Chicago T2, do the same thing, hold this top left, click that, now Chicago is back to T1. As you can see there, now it's back to T1. And then lastly, for the 4 presets here, which is kind of a cool little feature, is you could just hold down this bottom right button. Once it blinks, it will go through your 4 preset times for you. In order to get back, you just hit this, and you're all set. Now I'm going to show you how to adjust this watch. If you just tap this top left button, it'll actually show you the current time zone you're in, which is a cool little trick. Then if you actually hold it down, now you can adjust this piece. This blinking seconds hand, seeing as it's above 30 seconds, once you hit this bottom right button, it's actually going to move your minute ahead. And seeing as it's below 30 seconds now, if you hit it again, it'll keep that minute the same. So just take out your phone or whatever you use to set the time, and when that minute switches over, go ahead and just hit that refresh to get the exact time. And from there you'll hit this bottom left button. This will bring you to daylight savings. Right now it's not currently daylight savings, it's like a week or so, so I'll keep it off, but if you do turn it on, it will jump you an hour ahead. So I'll just turn it off again. Hit that bottom left again. This is where you adjust your time zone, so you can go east and west. I am in Chicago, but if it's, not every city is in this watch, so just whatever city actually has your time zone, make sure to set it to that, because if it's not accurate, all of your other world time functions will be off. So just make sure that you have this correct. Go ahead and hit the bottom left again. This will bring you to the hour. You can go up and down. AM and PM, as you can see with the PM icon, when this goes away, you're in AM. Hit that bottom left again. This is the minute. You can go up and down with that. Bottom left again. This will bring you to 12 and 24-hour format. I actually prefer 12, so I'll keep it at 12-hour format. Bottom left again. You can go down and up with this. It's 2024. Same with this. You could go down and up. It's March. Hit this button again to the day. You can go down and up with that. It's the 6th. Hit the bottom left. And this is the light I mentioned earlier in this video. This is for 3 seconds. You could switch it to 1 second. I usually like to keep it at 3. So you could hit this bottom left again. And if you want to make any adjustments that you may have missed or messed up, you could just cycle through quickly here. But if you're happy with everything, you could just go ahead and hit this top left, which will bring you back to the main screen, and that's how you make the main adjustments on this watch. Now I'm going to go over the world time function with you. All you do is hit this bottom left button, which will bring you over to world time. And you could actually just cycle through all of these different time zones with the bottom right button. And then from there, if you want to do daylight savings in this function, you actually hold this top left button, which will jump the hour ahead. And you hold it to turn it off as well. And one of the cool things with this function is, just like T1 through T4, is you could actually swap the world time function with your current time or home time. So what you'll do for that is you'll just hold this top left and then push in the top right like I did earlier in the video. And now if you go to your main menu here, now you're in a different time zone. And to get that back, you just go to world time, which is now Chicago, and then do the same thing where you hold this button and tap that one. And if you go back to your main menu, now you're back in home time in Chicago. Now I'm going to quickly show you how to use the alarm function on this watch. You're going to hit the bottom left button twice, which will bring you to the alarm. There's actually 5 different alarms you could cycle through on this watch. And lastly, this is the hourly chime that you could turn on and off as well. Let's stick with the alarms here. To set it, you're going to go ahead and hit this top left button, hold that down for a moment. And then from there, you're going to hit this bottom right button. Let's say you want to be up at 6 o'clock. Scroll over to 6. And you'll hit the bottom left for the minutes. Let's say 6:15. Scroll on over. Then from there, you'll hit this bottom left again, which will bring you to this on with 1. The 1 means it's a one-time alarm. Go ahead and hit this top left button. Then from there, with this top left, you could cycle through. Now this means it's on every day. This means that it's off, clearly. This is on just once. And then from there, you could cycle and throw on another alarm. Let's go to 2. Same thing, hold down the top left. Let's go to 5 a.m. 5:15. And then same thing here, top left. If you only want it for a one time, you could keep it on that. If you'd like it on every day, go to this setting and one more time to turn it off. Now let's say you have it on. You'll see this alarm. That means it's on. You have an alarm on. And if you just want to go and turn it off, go right on over to this. Go to this top left, toggle it off. Now all your alarms are off. Your 1 is still on if you want to turn that off as well. Go ahead and turn that off. Now you can see there's nothing listed there. And you could go back to your home screen here. And that's how you set your alarm. The next function I'm going to show you is the countdown timer. Just hit this bottom left button until you get over to timer. And if you start at zeros, bottom right here, it's going to start from 24 hours. Once it gets to 0, it will beep for you, and to stop it, you're going to hit that bottom right again, and to reset, you'll hit this top left. If you actually want to set a time for something, you'll hold down this top left button. From there, let's just say you want to set something for like an hour and 15 minutes. We'll go over here, bottom left, we'll scroll over to 15. And now your time is set, so you'll just hit this top left. I'm going to go ahead and start it like I showed you a moment ago. Just hit that bottom right. To stop it, to reset, let's say you want to adjust it. Let's just say you want a quick timer of 15 minutes, so we'll hit back. Now you got that 15-minute timer. Start it. Stop. To reset, top left. And that is how you use the timer function. And lastly here, I'm going to show you how to use the stopwatch function. You're just going to go down to mode here and skip over to the stopwatch. To start this, you're just going to hit this bottom right button. And then to stop it, you're just going to hit this bottom right button again. And then to reset, you'll hit this top left. And if you want to do a split time, you can start it here. And then don't hit this button again. Go ahead and just hit this top left for the split time. Your stopwatch will keep running in the background. Then when you want to start it again, you just hit this top left again. And to stop it, then you could reset it again with this top left. That's how you use the stopwatch. And that completes all the functions of this watch. I hope this video was very helpful to you, and if it was, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching.